So I read this article on current affairs called "One Reason We Lose," and it was talking about YouTube videos. It was talking about this PragerU, which is just this sort of stuffy old conservative white guy who just makes these 5-minute videos, sort of educating people about things and kind of churning out conservative propaganda. And it was talking about, and so it was talking about that. It was talking about Jordan Peterson. It was talking about Ben Shapiro. That I guess there's this whole genre of annoying conservatives who just rant into their webcam and make YouTube videos and make a ton of money off it, or at least get a lot of subsidies from the Koch brothers and those types for it. And it converts people. People are watching YouTube, and your video finishes, and it goes automatically onto another video, and the way that the YouTube algorithm works seems to sort of push people towards not even necessarily more conservative, but like more extreme, like more conspiracy theoretical. Um, and so looking at that, it seems like the kind of thing that should also advantage the left. And there was actually this follow-up current affairs piece on ContraPoint, which is this YouTube star who was on the left. Who I haven't really seen that much of her stuff, but it seems pretty great. And I've actually a friend of mine knows her personally and quite likes her. But anyway, so it's a thing, and that apparently there's a bit of a empty niche for the rant into the camera from a left point of view YouTube channel. And so I figured that I can do that. I like ranting about things, so I've got that. I have a webcam. What else do you need? I hear that these, PragerU gets tons of funding from these like fracking billionaires. So I guess what I don't have is a budget that I can get people to put this stuff together for me. But really, I've got the webcam. I rant into it. I'm sure I could have better video and audio quality, and maybe if it all works out well, I'll move in that direction. But I figure that I can just set up and start, and that's better than thinking about, long term, maybe there would be some better way to do this. Am I embarrassing myself by doing like a low tech, crappy version of it? Yeah, because if I can reach any people and change minds, that's great. And building my personal brand and just getting out there, I guess that's something, right? And I'm gonna set up a Patreon for it, I suppose, so I could make money. Um, yeah. So I think it could be really cool. I at first was leaning more towards making a podcast, and I still may do that, even just like uploading the same things to podcasts. But I think the style that I am turning out to sort of naturally produce when I sit down and do this is it's like 5, 10, 15 minute just like steadily go talking about something videos. And so I sort of could stitch those together into something longer, but it seems like that really fits well on YouTube, that you can just go, and that's like sort of, there's lots of videos that length, and you consume one of those and then you go on to the next one. And there's not really any huge need for it to be like, oh, this is the show, we did this hour show or something. You can skip around and just pick the topics that are most interesting to you, and it kind of works out. And that even a lot of people that do like a live show or something that goes for an hour or two, cut that up into little bite-sized things like this on YouTube. So that seems to be what people are really going for. Whereas podcasts, you have to download each episode individually. And you're sort of more going through this like long list of episodes, and you'd have to pick one, or it seems like those gravitate towards being a little longer. I'm not sure what to think about podcast length. There's some like Hardcore History, which I love, that just goes for hours and hours and comes out like a few times a year, and so that's just a whole different genre practically from some other ones. And then there's a lot that are in the, 45-minute, hour and 15-minute sort of range. That seems pretty standard. But so yeah, I don't know. I see a few. Really, the shortest podcasts that I see are ones where somebody will like their first episode or two will be 15 minutes, and then pretty quickly it gets longer. Um, which I guess I can see that. I mean, it's pretty easy to just ramble like I'm doing now and just talk, and get longer. Especially if you're kind of telling an ongoing story and want to get to the next part. You sort of know the next part of the story. For mine, it's been a lot of, so far these few videos have been a lot of, one topic, talk, and sort of talk myself out, and then I'm done. It's a whole different thing if you've got some prepared, long form thing that's going on. And again, maybe I'll get into that side of it eventually. But for now, I think that these, that it all just kind of works. That what I naturally can produce would be a perfectly good YouTube video. And so like I think that I can literally just these videos like this one that I'm making right now with my webcam and my like Windows camera thing, just upload these to YouTube. Like I tried one of them and uploaded to YouTube, and I mean it looked fine to me. And maybe I'm unusually not giving a shit about whatever video quality metrics are important to people. But yeah, I don't know. I think it looks pretty good, and this background looks pretty good. I think I really got it set up. I can't touch the couch because it wobbles the camera like that. And I like it. I think the stone brick in the background and this stuff. I mean, I guess if you think about it, you can sort of tell that I'm sitting on the floor right now. This TV is not like that high. I don't know. I guess it could be in a chair. But yeah, this is a mini fridge behind me. This is like an entertainment center. I'm on a pillow on the floor over here. But I think it looks pretty good. It's got the exposed brick, got the paintings. Looks pretty nice. I think the biggest thing that I think for those like video production values type things is that it would be good. It's just good generally to seem like you have high production values, like as much as possible. I really see that in like Jacobin and current affairs. That's something they really focus on is just like making it look nice, making it look professional. And just something is going on in people's brains that just like, oh, when something sort of looks nice and professional, it seems more trustworthy. When something looks more like just like a WordPress document, that just a bunch of text, it looks crappy. And when it has nice, graphic design and headers and just all these like sort of little things, that it really helps. It really helps. And so just for example, I've been like looking around my apartment thinking, okay, what's the best background to do this on? And it doesn't really seem like it should make that much of a difference. I've been sort of looking at some other videos that people have of the backgrounds that they have. But the biggest thing I was thinking, is sort of nice to have this, just some nice like stuff behind me, as opposed to the opposite side for me that I'm looking at now, which is just it's like a blank white wall with this world map that you can see in the TV hanging on it, and like some light switches and stuff. This something about it's a little just like classier. It looks like I'm in a slightly nicer spot. And I think that people react to that kind of thing. It's a little embarrassing, but I think I do it too. I think it's just human nature. And yeah, that's fine. Man, what's to do with my head? Is this the where I want my head to be? Sit like at the bottom like this. A second ago, yeah, this I can sit like this. I can kneel and sit like this. Hey. No, yeah, is that no good? All right, I'm just rambling. I'm getting distracted into just like dancing, make a fool of myself on camera. So I'm gonna sign off. Yeah.